Oh, hello. I didn't actually see you there. Welcome to this episode of Stuff Writing is Like. Today, writing is like smoking some pork ribs. Number 1, make space for your writing. You need to make room for it in your life so it can grow. And with smoking, you got to get rid of this pool that's been trying to dry in the Queensland sun since December. So let's move it and get ready. Number 2, you need good gear. Or do you? You actually kind of don't need good gear when you're writing or when you're smoking. I started off with a little $200 smoker from Aldi, and I've upgraded to something slightly better. With writing, you can start in a journal. You can start with a pen, it costs $3. Writing is one of the greatest hobbies. You don't need to spend a lot on it. It is nice to have good gear though. So if you can, invest. Number 3, you need to actually prepare for what sort of thing you're cooking. So for instance, today's meal, I'm not going to need these diffuser plates, so I'm going to take them out. With your writing, what does your book really need? Is it going to be slow? Is it going to be fast? Is it going to be action-packed? Is it going to be character study? What is it? Because what you put in it will depend on what type of book you want to see at the end. Number 4, you need a good pan to fill up with water to keep the pork moist. This only applies to smoking and does not apply to writing. Step 4, you gotta trim your meat. You gotta rip off that papery stuff on the back of them. I don't really know how that relates to writing. Nothing. Good equipment. This papery stuff. You don't want that stuff. That stuff does not taste good. It's chewy. And like you're writing, you gotta make sure that everything's real tasty. Anything you can trim out, anything that you know you should get rid of it. That's the old kill your darlings. Get rid of those parts that you know deep down in your heart don't belong in that book. You know what step 5 can be actually? Learn how to write. See this one, my butcher already took paper off that one. Thanks butcher. This one's an Aldi rack. This one's from the butcher. Butcher one's smaller, actually thinner, so I'm a bit more worried about that one. But anyway. Step 5, learn. And be okay with learning and experimenting. This is roughly the 6th time I've tried to smoke some pork ribs, and each time I've been a bit disappointed in the result. But I'm learning. I teach myself on YouTube, I read a lot, you know. I've got books on smoking. I teach myself, and that's what you have to do with writing too. You have to learn, give yourself time, be patient. You're not going to get it right straight away. Be nice to yourself. So look at the difference between these two, right? I'm actually interested to see which one comes out better. So that one's got a lot of fat in it, and there's stuff on top which I'm a bit nervous won't break down properly. But this one, there's nothing. It's just straight up. So we'll see which one comes out better. Alright, step, what am I up to? 6. The next one, this is probably the most important part of your writing, okay? This is the spice. Where am I? This is what I'm using. Beautiful. Got some paprika, onion, garlic powder, chili. Beautiful. This is my binder. I'm gonna put this on first. Step 6 with your writing is be spicy. I don't like doing this with my fingers, but I don't have any. I wash my hands many times, saying happy birthday, we should be all good. So with your writing, this is the metaphor I've come up with. I feel it's an okay one. If you're writing all this stuff, these spices, all the onion and garlic and all that stuff, that's what's going into your book, okay? So you've got all this stuff going into your book. So as I pour it on, all this stuff, this is your characters, this is your plot, this is your setting, this is your research. These are all the things that go into your novel. This is your, what else? Your writing style. What sort of voice are you using? Perspective, your metaphors, your descriptions. All this stuff needs to go in. It needs to be spicy. Always err on the side of spice. Don't go for subtlety all the time. Make things a bit alive. Put some drama in there, you know? That's what you're doing. You're a dramatist. Make some drama. Take a look at these beauties. And now you might be wondering if all of the stuff that's on top, all this spice, is all the plot and characters and all that. What the heck's the pork rib? What's the meat of your book? Let me tell you. The meat is you. That's you. Okay, and authors cannot hide themselves in their books. They are essentially those authors in text form, in fiction, with all the inventions, all that stuff put on there, and you can still hear the author speak. And that's what this is. You're the pork rib. You're what people are going to bite into when they read your book. So you need to embrace that. Add all the spice, all the characters, and all that stuff. But you're the meat. You're the important ingredient. Without you, that book is just ideas. You don't want to drink this stuff straight up, do you? See that color on those ribs? Ooh boy. You know what? Man, I'm thinking of all these metaphors as I go. Number 7, don't be afraid to show your stuff. Show it early, show it rough. I mean, right, Stephen King says, you know what, write with the door closed. I don't agree. I don't agree with Stephen King. Write with the door open. Be brave. Just show people what you're doing. Talk about it. It's fun. When you're brave, other people feel inspired to be brave themselves. When you make mistakes publicly, it makes it feel okay for people to make mistakes. Be brave. I know it's scary. It is scary to show other people. But be brave. Most people are not. Can I tell you, I know that if there are any barbecue enthusiasts, people who actually know what they're doing when they're doing barbecue and smoking and stuff like that, if there are any who watch this, read the comments. I'm doing probably 10,000 things wrong. That's okay. I'm learning, I'm showing, I'll make mistakes. So I'll make a comment, I'll learn. Just like I learned from all the negative Goodreads reviews. I'm gonna let those guys set up a little bit, make sure that's really embedded in the pork. Gonna go outside. We're gonna make sure we've got that fire sitting at 275 Fahrenheit. Number 8. You have good friends. Come here, come up. Here's my friend. Ugh. Sincerely though, get some good pals to write with. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, yes. So I've got my digital thermometer all set up. Ready to go through 2 probes. I'm gonna use this one to actually check the temperature in here, because the gauge up here is good, but it's not quite accurate, especially for this area. And then this is gonna go into the actual one of the ribs. I'm gonna put the thickest one up here and the smallest one up here. Over here, we've got what's called a charcoal chimney. These things are awesome. Definitely recommend getting one if you're interested in smoking. Let's go pop it in. Look out, Lincoln. Number 9, don't be afraid to cook in the rain. You know, stuff's gonna happen, things are gonna go bad. Maybe you can hear it. Gotta be a bit stubborn. Gotta just keep on going and do the thing that you wanna do. Cooker's in here now, smoke's filling up here. It's not ideal, but doing what we gotta do. Getting it done. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be stubborn. If you wanna write a book, persevere. All right, just put the ribs on. Have a look. You're looking pretty good. This is running too hot though, so I'm just trying to cool it down a little bit. This is the part of the story where all the different elements come together and you start to actually, all the different bits of the character, the plot, mustard, the smoke, all the different bits, all you especially, it all comes together and it just makes magic happen. You just gotta wait, take your time and be persistent. All right, this video is going way too long, I can already tell. So I'm gonna have to make a part two of how is smoking pork ribs similar to writing. A metaphor for the ages. Here they are, this is how they're going, have a look. They're looking pretty nice. Nice and bendy. This one's a bit stiff. See that one that was a bit thinner? It's not looking as good. Anyway, see you next time.